Steve-O for the next hour. Sit back and listen to expert interviews in the fields of legal, health, financial, and home improvement. Listen to such educational shows on community association law, air conditioning repairs, plumbing repairs, estate planning, property damage claims law, real estate law, wealth management, personal injury law, family law, assisted living, and men's health. Now sit back and enjoy the next hour of Ask the Experts.
Wow, this is so weird. I have been gone for the last 2 months because I had a knee replacement. And I tell you what, if you're getting ready to have one, you might want to contact me first. It was the worst 2 months of my life. It was and thank God we had Rhonda, who did such a great job filling in for me. But I'm back, and before we get started, this is a show that I love doing. On March 16th, Renee and I, Steve-O and Renee show, we have been invited to host the Broward County Sheriff's Department deputies town hall. And guess who's going to be there on stage with us? Yes, Scott Israel, Sheriff Tony, and 7 other candidates. This is March 16th from 6 to 8, and we're going to carry it on our show, on the Ask the Expert show, for 2 hours. It's at the Lauderhill Performing Arts Center. That's in Sunrise, not Lauderhill, it's in Sunrise. And it is going to be one of the most amazing nights. And I've got some tickets. So if you need tickets, I want you to call me here. AJ, our operations manager's here. I want you to call us at 561-998-54. Nope, that's not the right number. 888-565-1470. 888, I knew that number sounded weird. 888-565-1470. Call AJ right now if you want 2 tickets, 4 tickets, whatever you need. We'll leave your name at will call. They will be charging people for tickets, but because it's a Steve-O and Renee show, we're going to give them to you for free. So get on the phone. Today, it's kind of also weird because my favorite show, which is the Simon Group USA, it's 2. It's mother and son, just like the last show you were hearing. Well, it was son and son last show. But this woman, Phyllis Simon, has so much information. We just spent the last 45 minutes talking. I could have gone another 2 hours. We're going to talk about the new tax laws today, rules for 2020. We have got so much to talk about. Hello, Phyllis.
Hello,
Simon.
Steve.
You're the
Welcome
boss, right?
back.
You're the boss, right?
I'm the boss.
You're the boss.
I'm the boss.
You are a world of information.
Yes, I do.
And I just got to get this out of the way because we have so much to talk about today. People are freaking out about the stock market. Explain to them why they don't need to freak out.
Because the market always goes down and it always goes up. So people have to understand maybe this week because they thought that the coronavirus was going to be something. Well, they had a good sell-off. Now they had a good buy. So some people probably made a ton of money.
Ready for a correction?
Sometimes a correction, yes. Sometimes it was ready for a correction, yes. And,
I mean,
but
it was
now
almost at
it's back up
30,000. At one time, that's high.
That was very high, but it didn't come down from 30,000.
No,
It came
around
down
29.
from 26 to 27. You know, it was never that. It wasn't at 30. It was at 30 and came all the way down to. So, there's another thing that people don't understand. Just because the Dow goes up to that number doesn't mean you have those stocks.
Right.
Doesn't mean that you have those
That's
investments. There are people that have investments that don't lose a dime. There are people that have those more aggressive investments and lose everything.
When the stocks went down the last couple of days,
Yes.
there were stocks that did really well.
Yes. So
tell people what they should do.
What they should do is, number one, if they have a good advisor, they should trust their advisor. They should have to trust their instincts. And they should not be, if you're over 65, you cannot be aggressive anymore. Understand, you're not 35 and 40. We have 20, 25 years to 30 years for growth. You're over 65. make sure your portfolios are blended well, and you have what they call recession resistant. That's my opinion, okay? I tend to be more conservative than my clients are. And trust me, I have clients in their 90s that like to be aggressive and buying
Really?
stock.
In the 90s, you want to be aggressive?
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. But everybody is different. I feel that a conservative portfolio with a nice mix of stocks and bonds, and you can't go wrong. And you just have to, you can't time the market. There's no such thing.
That's right.
All right? So just buy and hold, and then as you need your income, make sure you have some decent funds that have a nice interest rate and that you're earning, even maybe some tax-free funds that will help you out, and you'll do fine. But when you panic and you start selling, that's when you lose money. So people sell low and buy high. No, it's supposed to be buy low and sell high.
So just tell people, when should you sell a stock?
Well, it depends. Everybody's different. There's some people that have a buy and hold strategy. Like for years and years, people held on to something like IBM. Remember Xerox?
Yes. Yeah.
Do you hear about them anymore?
You don't, that's right.
So, but, you know.
Are they still around?
Excuse me, but we call a copy machine a Xerox, right?
Right, that's true.
But it's made by HP or somebody else.
Start
right?
from the next, you know.
So the key thing is that you have to understand is that your original investment, if it bought and it made you a lot of money, you could sell off and take your profits and use your profits and keep your original investment. But you take your profit. The whole idea is that you're making money, put it away, put it into safety. So that's my strategy. Everybody has different strategies. Some people like to be invested. You never get married to a stock. That's my
You
opinion.
are such a great advisor. Just out of curiosity, when people come to you for a second opinion,
Yes.
so that means they have somebody else.
They have someone
They're
else
coming
that they
to
ask,
you.
and they listen. And I many times
What is the end result usually?
sometimes they leave their advisor. I tell them go see 2 other people sometimes.
Okay.
Not just me. You know, they have an advisor. They love their advisor. They had him for 30 years or whatever. Okay, that's fine. Go for another opinion. If you're looking at me, that means you're not happy with who you have. And if you're saying, well, you know, there's some people that'll never be happy with whoever they have. There's some people that are chronic complainers. And then there are those that feel that the person doing a good job works hard for them. I work hard for all my clients. And Danny and I have busted our, you know what, for all of them. Today, in fact, I had somebody that one of his investments, they reported something that was not right to the IRS, and I had to get involved. And I just explained, okay, get me all that paperwork so we could submit it to them and show them. And I said, before you call anybody, you call me.
Right.
Because I'll
Oh, yeah.
solve your problem. And that's what my business is based on, service. And I've been doing it for 33 years. The Simon Group has been around quite a while. There's a lot of experience here. And I got to say, knock wood, you know, our investments didn't move last week when everybody was getting crazy and losing and worrying about, you know, we're going to lose money. We didn't have, the market lost 15%, maybe we lost 3%.
Wow,
You know,
that's amazing.
we beat the market every time. The market,
Were your phones ringing a lot last week?
no. Our clients, Danny shot out an email advising them what's going on and not to worry about it.
That was
and he
smart.
made some changes in the portfolio the Friday before because of gut instinct. Danny is very good when it comes to this. So we, you know, watch out
Wait a
for
minute,
our
you're telling me on
clients.
Friday afternoon?
The Friday
You had-
before everything broke loose,
Wow.
he changed part of the portfolio to give us less risk
Wow.
when the market went down. So here everybody's carrying on. Friends of mine are crying their eyes out. I just lost this. And, you know, you saw I was on the phone before with a friend of mine. It was hysterical. He lost so much money. He had his advisors for years. And I told him, you know, you have to learn to be more conservative at your age. When you're in your 70s, you don't play around with this stuff.
Right.
You need your money to last as long as you last.
You know, some of these people out there, their advisor is a family member.
Yes.
And I cannot tell you, I've got 4 friends of mine who went to someone in the family. Oh, I can trust them. They're family members.
Right, but not always.
Lost everything.
Whoa.
Lost everything. And what's so great about this show, we have someone who is so good. Like she said, service is so important. Give everybody your phone number.
The phone number for the Simon Group is 954-599-1950. Please call if you have any questions, anything that you'd like to know. You can visit us on our website, thesimongroupusa.com.
Now, we're going to go to break. When we come back, you just told me there's a lot of new tax laws and rules for 2020 that I bet you people don't even know about.
Probably not.
We're going to go over those when we come back. This is the Simon Group USA Ask the Expert Show. We'll be right back. Hi, this is Steve O with the Ask the Experts radio show. At the Simon Group, their goal is to actively help families, individuals, and business owners build their financial freedom. They have the skills, knowledge, and experience required to help meet the client's established goals. They understand their clients want a comfortable retirement, but that means different things to different people. And there are other goals that they can emerge along the way, from planning for a child's education to planning for a managing income in retirement. That's why the Simon Group offers a range of financial strategies and solutions to help in every step of the way. They work with you to gain confidence and stay flexible and prepared for your financial future. The Simon Group serves their clients in estate and investment solutions, insurance protection, income, stocks and bonds, retirement investments, and insurance. Contact the Simon Group for a free financial planning appointment today at 954-599-1950. That's 954-599-1950.
Can I go in front of...
And we are back. This is the Ask the Experts radio show. I'm Steve O. We are back. We've been gone for the last 2 months recouping from a knee replacement. There's nothing easy about a knee replacement. Now that the knee is healing, my doctor just told me your knee is doing fine. In about 8 months, you won't even know you had the surgery. But in the next 3 months, I have grueling rehab.
Oh, man.
Grueling.
That's something. I had grueling rehab also for a torn meniscus, so I know what it is.
It's grueling.
It is. It is.
Anyway, we're back. We have Phyllis Simon. She's one of the senior partners, her and her son, of the Simon Group USA. And you have just told me there's all these new tax laws.
Yeah, well, 2020, a lot of things have changed. I think one of the things that are not going to make people happy is all you people that
You're
have
going to do the bad
those-
news first. She likes to do the bad news first.
All right, let me just tell you something. There's been a change in the way your IRAs are going to be paid out. Meaning, you know, you have a spouse, you leave your IRA to your spouse, that's fine. Spouse gets 100% of the money, no time frame, how to use it and whatever. Spouse dies and leaves it to the kids. Well, we had this whole thing started in the 80s, early 90s, a stretch IRA. We could go down to 2-3 generations down. We could take care of our kids and our grandkids, and it'll be great, and we don't have to worry. And then the kids take an income while the money's still growing. So you're leaving a wonderful legacy. No more. Kids have to spend down the money within 10 years.
Okay.
So,
Why did they do that?
Because I believe one of the politicians on the Democratic Party 10 years ago, when they did the original budget under the Democratic president, they were trying to find a way to raise future money because they do a budget for 10 years. That's the way the budget. The budget is when a new president comes in, he's still working with the old president's budget. So that's why there's always a problem. I think it's time to change it. Yeah, because they have to have a flow. No, you have to have a flow because you can't come in and then start a new budget right away. So they have a budget that lasts for that period of time. And that's another story, another show maybe. But so anyway, so they need to raise capital. They're not getting enough tax money. They're not. Now, where are they going to get the tax money from? Come on. We all know. It's always from the people. And it's usually the middle income. And the middle income suffer the most. And those middle income that have been fortunate enough to save a lot of money, that they're no longer low middle income or middle income, they're high, meaning that they've saved $1 million or better. That becomes a problem. Because if your kids are making some money, and they really don't need the money, but they're going to inherit it, they got to take it over a 10-year period, and they make a good salary, their taxation level is going to be 35 to 50%. So they're going to lose that much money, much of the money. They'd have to quit their job for all the years of collecting that money if you leave them a lot. And they have to take it unless you leave it all to charity. Now, you tell me something. You're not going to leave it to your grandchildren? You're not going to leave it to your kids who, you saved the money, you didn't have a chance to use it all? And I got something to tell you. Charity is very important because they get it tax-free. But the government will find a way. Remember, when you have a Congress that needs to collect a lot of money, and unfortunately, that's what they need because they want all these free social programs. You can't do it unless you have a lot of money. So they're thinking towards the future that way, which is so unfair. There's another thing. Your IRA, remember you had to take it at 70 and a half.
Right.
Well, any of you born after July 1st, 1949, that's the key number. July 1st, 1949. Your required minimum distribution will start at the age of 72.
So,
and your Social Security is going to be closer to 70 than 66 and 67. They're pushing it. And when they're pushing it, now, you can collect at 67, 68, 69, but the best benefit will be at age 70. So this is what people are going through. I mean, how many more years do you have to work?
So here you wait for Social Security.
You wait for Social Security, and maybe if you live 5 years, that's all they want you to live because they don't want to have to pay out that money. Remember, people are living longer.
So sorry. Now we changed to 70.
65 is too young now. 70 is a better age. And maybe those that collected at 65, many of them were lucky that they lived 15 more years. Some a little longer. Not 100% of the people, even though people are living longer. Remember, many years ago, people used to take it at 62. And then 65, they got a little bit more money. Now it's a big discount. If you take it at 62, you only get 65% of the money.
Can Social Security be fixed? Do you think? Can Social Security be fixed? Because it's broken.
It's not broke yet. In 2035, they won't have enough money to give 100% of benefits. It'll be 70% of the benefits. So if you're collecting in 2035 and you're going to get 70% of what you're supposed to get, you're not going to be a happy camper, are you?
No.
So where are they going to get the money? That's why they're looking, people that work, people that have been working, that are senior citizens that are still contributing into the Social Security system, still pay for Medicare. I mean, anybody over 65 that's still working and is on Medicare, okay, because they still get their Medicare Part A. That's what you paid for all those years, 1.5% off your payroll for that. But now,
I love Medicare.
That was for Medicare Part A.
I love
Part
it.
B, you have to pay for.
Yeah, but
out of your Social Security.
$139 a month?
That's because your income is low.
Oh, okay.
If your income is over a certain amount of money, you're going to pay more. I know people that pay $500 a month for it.
But I got to tell you, for everything you get, even if it's $500 a month, it's not bad.
It's not bad. No, it's not bad. You don't go broke.
I mean, there's really no deductibles.
Well, you're in a Medicare Advantage plan, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
You've got the special that you complained about
Yeah.
terribly.
Oh, I love it now.
Now, of course, because it's paid 100%
love
for
it
your
now.
stuff.
What are the rules now? So that's
Rules, all right. Now, as far as the RMDs, that changed. Okay, so there's no more stretch Ivers. And I'm
What is
sorry to
that?
say that stretch Ivers, where you can go from one generation to the next to the next. So if, let's say, a lot of doctors, a lot of attorneys that have these Ivers, and they had pension plans, and they saved a few $1,000,000, and they figured it'll help their kids, grandchildren. They got to spend the money down within 10 years. So as the kids get the money, they have to be smart enough to know how to reinvest it, pay the taxes, and then reinvest that money so it'll last them. So they'll have money in their older ages because they'll never make as much money as their parents made or be able to save as much because their standard of lifestyle is different. It's very different. It's not like your parents, things cost less back in the day, and they were able to save money. Today, every couple wants the fancy car, the fancy jewelry, the fancy clothes, the fancy shoes, the fancy theaters. Everything's fancy, fancy, dancy, and I think it's great. I think it's wonderful. However, you got to stop and think what values you have. Always save a certain percentage of your salaries, especially to the younger people that's listening in this audience, if there is any that's listening to this audience, needs to understand that today, years ago, we used to say save at least 10% of your salary. Today, we're saying save at least 10 to 15% of your salary if you want to have money later on in life. Years ago, they used to say, oh, you put $50 a month away. By the time 30 years from now, you'll be a millionaire. That's not true. That's not true. And that was unfortunately, it was just bad advice from a lot of advisors 30 years ago trying to get people to save money. And unfortunately,
Did you
it didn't
see the
work.
article that it said that 80% of the people do not have,
A retirement account, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
but they also said they don't even have $500 for an emergency.
How about that they spend more time planning a vacation than they do about savings or savings for retirement? That they, truthfully, it's just horror. It's a horrible way to think because everybody is relying on more of a, first of all, I blame the parents today. The parents in their 60s and 50s that raise their children that are in their 30s and 40s, a lot of them still live at home with their families.
I know.
They move back. They're
I know.
living with them, and they can't get rid of them. It's not funny, but they don't. They're in debt. They're in debt up to their ears. The student loans are ridiculous. The credit card debt is insane. Most of them, a lot of divorces and all kinds of things. These are lifetime events. You know, like somebody says, well, why did you save money for college? And I say, well, life happens, doesn't it? Life happens, and life gets in the way. And everybody tries to do the right thing, but life happens. People don't stay on a job more than 5 to 7 years. Most young people today, they shift. Their expectations for salary are much higher. Nobody wants that menial job where they're either washing the floors or washing the dishes or waitressing or waitering, and which is nothing wrong with those things. But they learn to build themselves up. You learn from the bottom up, and you build your career that way. But everybody wants that big, fat 75.
I used to represent professional football players with their contract negotiations, and they thought that they did not want to save. They did not want to put money away. They said, you know what?
They
I'll
spent
start in a couple years. But the average football player only plays 3 years.
Right.
And they think it's something that's going to last forever. But it's also, even if you didn't play pro football, you think, you know what, I got plenty of time to save. The young people out there that are listening to the show, saying, you know what, I don't have to start now. I've got plenty of time to start.
Right.
That's not how it works, is it?
Nope, it doesn't work that way. Time goes fast. I remember I was just 18. I hate to tell you how old I am, but I'm old. So I was just 18.
Well, I can see you right now.
I was just 18 years old, and I was having the time of my life, and I was dancing and having a good time and being with my friends and everything. And in my head, sometimes I still feel that way, that I'm 18. But the reality of life comes in the aches and pains when you're walking around, and you try to keep active and you try to keep healthy, and those are the important things. But your financial profile, your financial ability to enjoy your older years is so important. There is nothing worse than being in 70 years of age without any money.
Yeah.
There's nothing worse than an 80-year-old without money. No, Social Security is the bear. I know people that have the bare essence, a couple.
We're going to go to break. Give everybody the phone number at the office.
The Simon Group, USA.com, and it's 954-599-1950. Give us a call. You want a second opinion or even a third opinion, we'll do it for you.
Give them a call. We're going to go to break. We come back. There's probably more rules we haven't even touched yet. We'll be right back. Hi, this is Steve O with the Ask the Experts radio show. At the Simon Group, their goal is to actively help families, individuals, and business owners build their financial freedom. They have the skills, knowledge, and experience required to help meet the client's established goals. They understand their clients want a comfortable retirement, but that means different things to different people. And there are other goals that they can emerge along the way, from planning for a child's education to planning for a managing income in retirement. That's why the Simon Group offers a range of financial strategies and solutions to help in every step of the way. They work with you to gain confidence and stay flexible and prepared for your financial future. The Simon Group serves their clients in estate and investment solutions, insurance protection, income, stocks and bonds, retirement investments, and insurance. Contact the Simon Group for a free financial planning appointment today at 954-599-1950. That's 954-599-1950.
You are listening to the Ask the Experts show with host Steve-O. We will be right back with more experts in the field of legal, health, financial, and home improvement. Join us every Thursday from 5 to 6 p.m. Now, get ready for more Ask the Experts.
Save his cup.
We're talking about relatives. This is the Ask the Experts show. This is the first half hour, and I got to remind everybody that on March 16th, Renee and myself are the host for the Town Hall, Broward County Sheriff Deputies Union Town Hall. This is going to be huge. Yes, ex-Sheriff Israel is going to be there. Sheriff Tony's going to be there. There's, I believe, 7 other candidates that are going to be there. And Renee and I are going to host. This is going to be on March 16th from 6 to 8. And we will be carrying the town hall during our show, because that's on a Monday. So from 6 to 8. And I'm going to tell you something. If you'd like to get tickets, this is going to be a boxing match without the gloves. If you'd like tickets, call us here at the station at 888-565-1470. I will give you a couple of free tickets, or if there's 4 of you want to go, we'll give you 4 free tickets. But we would love to see a lot of our listeners there. Again, it's 888-565-1470. This is for the Broward County Sheriff Deputies Town Hall. Now we're here with Phyllis Simon. She's one of the principal partners at the Simon Group USA. We're talking about the new rules that are happening for 2020.
Right.
Wow, there's a lot of things going on.
Yes.
I haven't heard about any of these.
Of course not. Because I'm sorry. Of course not. Nobody hears about everything, because unless your advisor is telling you
These
about
are pretty
this.
major.
Yes, it is. And it's another thing. A lot of advisors don't know.
Oh, that's scary.
Yeah, and that's what's very scary. A lot of advisors don't know. So, now all of a sudden some of them are beginning to pick up on it. So they're going to have all these seminars where they invite you for the free dinners. Forget it. Forget it, because you can
Pick
just look it up.
on it?
Yeah.
Wow, that's scary.
It is, but the thing is that we have our seminars, which we're going to have. We're not going to give you a free dinner. We're going to serve coffee and cake.
That's fine.
All right? We're looking for April. We're looking at April.
Oh, good.
Yes, we're just negotiating now where we're going to do it, and I will let you know on the first show in April, and we'll go from there. And it'll be most likely towards the end of the month, because a lot of the snowbirds go back right after that, after the holidays.
After
after
is it
Easter and
Passover?
Passover, which is close this year. It's the same. And we'll talk to you and let you know exactly when we're going to have it. Now, if you call us at 954-599-1950, we can tell you exactly when we're going to be having the seminar and where it's going to be, and you can make a reservation to come. It's not going to cost you anything, but you're going to learn an awful lot. And you're going to meet me, and you're going to meet Dan, and you're going to meet the rest of our team, and you're going to like us. I think we're a very nice bunch of people that like to work with people.
It's easy. You're probably going to be at your office. Is that right?
Yeah, it's easy.
So
It's
easy to
very
find.
simple, very easy to find. The other thing I wanted to talk about was, the reason why I'm in this business. I always liked helping people. And for some reason, some people, get this fixation in their head that they don't understand. They don't understand insurance. They don't understand investment. They don't understand. So they don't save money. And there's so many people out there that have no money. And it is a horror when you wait for that Social Security check and you have no money. Because that Social Security check is maybe paying for your rent and some of the food. And yes, a lot of you live in fancy developments where you have the money. You're fortunate. You're lucky. But there are people that go to a pantry every month to get food. There are people that have help from social services for somebody to come in and clean their house. They're less fortunate. And it's not because they did anything different. It's because that their life happened, and maybe some of their kids got involved in the wrong kind of lifestyle, which cost these people every penny that they try to save. So just to understand, if you have a few bucks, and you're going to leave it to your kids, invest it wisely. Talk to me. I could teach you how to do a legacy program where you can pass the money on to your kid tax-free. And things would work out great for them as it will for yourself.
Phyllis, I got to tell you that, we hear about all these jobs now that are available. And there's a lot of jobs out there available. But when you get up into 55, 60, 65, employers aren't so ready to hire you. Those are the people in their 30s and their 40s, even in their mid-20s, that really can get these jobs. But I'm going to tell you something, because I have 4 friends of mine that are in their 60s, early 60s, and either the company went out of business or something happened, and they're out there looking for a job, and it is impossible. And all 3 of them said, I know it's my age, because I have experience.
There's discrimination among age, very common, but I'll tell you what they could do. They may not like it. They can go to Publix and apply for a job there, because Publix does hire senior citizens. They hire people even on a part-time basis. A little bit of something is better than a whole lot of nothing.
Ooh, I like that, yes.
Understand that when you run out of unemployment, it's hard. Yes, you may not make as much money as you made. Start your own business. What do you like to do? There's so many wonderful things that you can do. So guys in their 60s, early 60s, that are too young to retire and they want to wait until they're 67 to get that full Social Security money right now, find yourself a job. Go to retail stores. They're not going to pay you a lot of money, but guess what? You're working, your brain's active, you could always do something. If there's something that you like to do, they have jobs on the internet with customer service jobs for all these companies like Amazon and all the big ones. I don't have to name them. You all know who they are, okay? Do it that way. That's an easier way for you to find work.
I heard a talk show, and the guy called up and said, I can't get a job. He's a younger guy. You could tell by his voice. And the guy said, what about McDonald's? And the guy said, there's no way I would ever work at McDonald's. He said, wait a minute. You start off as a shift person. You work yourself up to assistant manager, to a manager, to an area. He said, they have opportunities there. And no, you think McDonald's,
it's
you're too good
beneath
for
him.
McDonald's. In the meantime, you're broke.
That's right. It's beneath him. In fact, I'm not going to mention names, but I have somebody that I know very, very well. Okay, started off that way and had an opportunity to buy a McDonald's many years ago and did, and now owns a lot of them. And let me tell you, he worked his butt off, and his family's in it, his children are in it, they grew up in it, and he and his wife, they worked their butts off, and now they're enjoying the fruits of their labor. And their children work hard, and their children are also enjoying the fruits of the labor. There's no set when you own your own business. It's that opportunity that you have that you can enjoy what you have, and you're giving other people work to do. And people think that a job working in a McDonald's, a Burger King, or
They're
any
too
of these
good for
kind of
that.
things is too low for them. Can you imagine how maybe your ancestor felt when he worked as the janitor in a building because he had to mop the floors before he could work his way up to become maybe the superintendent of the building? You know, people don't realize you got to work from the bottom up. And if you graduated college and you took advertising or marketing and anything, then get into the field. Oh, you can't get a job? Then start your own little thing. Come up with an idea. Do an internet thing. Somebody will pick up on you, and they'll see that you're bright enough to work for them.
I heard
You gotta
McDonald's, you
try.
actually, if you want to buy a franchise,
Yes, you
have to
can.
go in, you have to physically work
Absolutely.
for months.
Yes, you
I mean,
do.
cleaning up, on
Right.
the grid. I mean, they don't just sell
McDonald's
you a
Corporation has a phenomenal program for people that go into it.
You rarely see McDonald's go out of business.
And let me tell you, that's why that business is done very well as a franchise. But most good franchises have been around a long time. But you turn around and you look at some of the franchises that try to shortcut things, they don't last. You can never shortcut anything.
No.
You know, so it's you know, same thing in the customer service. You can't shortcut it. All right? Department stores that are still in business today that were in business 100 years ago is because of the customer service. And how many times Macy's went bankrupt, and different people bought it, and then it became part of a big mega group and everything. But one thing they always told their people, customer service is very important. Everybody else went out of business, didn't they? Think about it for a minute. So those of you that have advisors that you feel that are getting on in age and you don't know if their younger partners are for you, come talk to us. Discuss it. We have a young group of people. I'm the only old one. But we have a young
she
group
has
of
the
people.
most knowledge, so.
And they all learn, they listen, they learn, they read up. I make them do their studies because that's how I learned. And experience is the most important thing. And trust me, if you feel the slightest bit of fear with your advisor or questionable things with your advisor, second and third opinions, we value them. We help our clients get them. 954-599-1950, the Simon Group.
And the final decision is always up to them.
Always,
All
always.
you can do is
Just-
show them.
Right.
Is
Is there a better way?
Yes.
Is there a better way? That's all. Look how many times you hurt your back. How many doctors? You go to one orthopedic doctor or you go to 2 or 3? You're not happy with the first one's answer? You go to the second one. The second one says the same thing the first one. Wait a minute. You go to the third one. Third one says something different. Now you're looking for a fourth one. It's very funny, but it's human nature. Okay? So always go for a second or third opinion. I believe in that no matter what you do. People come to me first. They go to somebody else for another opinion. They come back to me. They like my opinion better. they like what I have to offer better, then that's wonderful. If I don't have what they want, because I'm not going to tell them what they want to hear, then
We have a couple minutes. I keep still seeing all these ads on TV.
the Medicare. Yeah.
Why?
Because it's still
not up to
open
March.
enrollment. If you have a Medicare Advantage plan, you have until March 31st to change it. So March 3/1 is the date. You can change it.
Can you change your doctor now, too, if you do have Medicare?
You can always change it,
Okay.
doctor, on any plan that you have. That's the freedom of your plan. If you're not happy with your primary care physician, call your insurance company. Says, listen, I know I'm on an HMO, but my doctor, he's not very good, or I don't like him and I want someone else. Can I have another doctor? You know what the first thing they're going to say? Of course, sir. You can
Yeah,
have
but they
whoever
don't
you
get
want.
into what we
They give you
discussed.
the name of somebody else for you to call to schedule an appointment. And then, of course, your primary care doctor will get pissed off when he gets his papers to send over your medical record
Right.
to the new doctor.
You know what? I got to ask you. We're going to go to break right now. Give everybody the phone number to call you.
954-599-1950. The Simon Group, SimonGroupUSA.com. Give us
We
a
are
call.
going to go to break right now. This is our last break. This is my first show back in 2 months. I'm so glad it was with Phyllis Simon of the Simon Group. We will be right back. Hi, this is Steve O with the Ask the Experts radio show. At the Simon Group, their goal is to actively help families, individuals, and business owners build their financial freedom. They have the skills, knowledge, and experience required to help meet the client's established goals. They understand their clients want a comfortable retirement, but that means different things to different people. And there are other goals that they can emerge along the way, from planning for a child's education to planning for a managing income in retirement. That's why the Simon Group offers a range of financial strategies and solutions to help in every step of the way. They work with you to gain confidence and stay flexible and prepared for your financial future. The Simon Group serves their clients in estate and investment solutions, insurance protection, income, stocks and bonds, retirement investments, and insurance. Contact the Simon Group for a free financial planning appointment today at 954-599-1950. That's 954-599-1950. We are back for our last 15 minutes of the Ask the Expert show. We will be back again on Thursday from 6 to 7 for another hour. It'll be our Kay Bender Rimbaum show. And again, if you would like to get tickets to the town hall, it's in Sunrise. It's not in Lauderhill, but it's called Lauderhill Performing Arts. We are talking about Medicare right now. So I guess since I'm on it, but I keep seeing all these commercials, though.
Yes.
And it's amazing. It seems like they must be giving more things out this year.
They have some
than
more
in the
benefits.
past.
Yeah, they have a few more benefits. They got dentists, but it's not 100%
What is it?
dental.
Did you know?
Dental.
So-
It's cleanings, it's X-rays, it's cleanings and all that. But when you need major work, either
This
you
is
have
not
a
gonna
dental plan, or you're going to pay out of your pocket.
Okay.
Okay.
Is it?
VA.
I just want to know: is it worth it to get dental insurance? You sell all different.
Well,
types of
dental insurance usually has a cap of what they pay out in the year. Usually they pay out $1,000 or $1,500. That's it, man. Remember, a root canal can cost you anywhere from $750 to $2,000.
Right.
So you have to, really, check it out, see if it's worth it. Average dental monthly bill is like $48. You're going to spend $500-$600 a year for it, for them to pay out $500 or $1,000 worth of benefits. Doesn't make sense.
I think you just answered my question.
It doesn't.
But it
so
talked about they come to your house and take you to rehab.
no. Those are your Medicare plans.
Okay.
That will have your primary care doctor usually has services set up. But yes, most of the Medicare Advantage plans have where they have service where they can pick you up at your home, take you to rehab, take you to the doctor's office, bring you home. So they have where they can take you back and forth. Each plan is different, and each person is different because each person has different needs. So some people, say, hey, wait a minute, I'm very, very healthy, but I want the opportunity to go anywhere I want to go. I want a PPO. I want in and out of network. So if the doctor's not in the Medicare network, in this network or whatever, I want the opportunity to go to a doctor that's out of the network. One of the problems I've found lately is that there are a lot of doctors that are not accepting Medicare.
Is that right?
And I was very surprised to see that. In fact, I myself called the doctor that I wanted to go see, and they told me they don't accept Medicare. And I said, how is that? How is that you don't accept Medicare? Well, we don't accept Medicare. So evidently, they only want young clients. So they don't want Medicare. They don't want to be paid the reduced amount for Medicare. But that's to their discretion. They could do that. And then there are, people that get regular Medicare and they buy a supplement to go with the Medicare. And that supplement allows them to go to any doctor all over the country that accepts Medicare. So if I'm living in Florida and I develop, God forbid, a condition, and I want to see the specialist in Texas, I can go because my plan's going to pay for it.
I got you. Okay.
My regular.
Oh, that's right.
Right. And I buy a separate prescription plan. That's all.
But here's what's starting. I had to see a specialist for something 6 weeks.
That's terrible.
Now, can you imagine if there was Medicare for all?
Then you'd be waiting years.
We don't have enough doctors.
You'd be waiting years.
Right now.
First of all, doctors get paid a lower fee.
Right, of course.
On Medicare, and especially the Advantage plans, they get paid a lower fee for contracting. Now, it's not fair to say that the doctors don't deserve it, because they do deserve it, because most of them, if they're not a dermatologist, most of them really work their butts off. Primary care doctors, yes, they do make a lot of money, but they're not God. And they try their best to keep people healthy. And if people listen to their doctors, and if they're not happy with what they hear from their doctors, they get a second opinion.
Look how long it's taking.
I know.
To see a specialist. And if we had
Medicare for all.
You think it's long now, because we were talking about like in Canada.
Open heart surgery, you'll never have it. It'll take you'll be dead before you get it. That's the problem, because we have too many people in this country. Remember, we're a large country. Canada has a smaller population, number one. They have a vast amount of wilderness, uncharted territory. So you don't sit here and tell me, Canada has the program. That's why most of the Canadians that come down here in the winter have private insurance to go to our hospitals, because I know I see them there all the time. Every time I'm in Memorial for something, they're there. So I know,
And we were talking about, I was shocked because I love the Cleveland Clinic. I don't know if you've ever.
Some people like it, some don't.
My doctor was amazing. And so the first thing I checked on my plan was make sure Cleveland Clinic's on there.
Sure.
And make sure my doctor is on there. And they were.
Right.
But then when I talked to my primary care doctor, I needed, for my knee.
Right.
He said, no, we can't send you there. I said, I'm looking at my doctor's name. Yeah, but he's not in our group. Yes, he is. And I cannot believe they have these side deals. Doctors.
Yes, because they get paid more. All right. It's a terrible thing, but it's very common among the Humana doctors.
Okay.
It is very common among them. United Healthcare with no referral network. Okay, Aetna has a no referral also, but any network that you need a referral in is a problem. And that's why they have a network of doctors where they're going to have some doctors that, listen, I'm the cardiologist, I'm the podiatrist, I'm this, I'm the primary care, I'm this, and the primary care doctor says, I'm sending you these people to all these different specialists, and we're going to work together to take care of the patient. But the problem is that, hey, you're going to send me the patient, but that patient can't go to somebody else because we're going to have a lower amount of money being paid to us. So that's why they only allow a certain group of doctors in their little network, so they all share and share alike.
As many patients as they can.
Of course.
Because they don't get paid as much.
Of course.
But I tell you what, when is it 65? You turn 65, make sure you've already made plans. Go through Phyllis, make plans. Don't do what I did. I waited until it was too late, and I had to wait a whole year.
Now, that's dumb. If you're working a job...
She just called me dumb. I love it.
That's dumb. But if you're working a job and you actually have health benefits through your job, your health benefits will stay there. Even though at 65 you will get a Medicare card. Part A only, hospital. Okay, your group insurance is going to cover you for all your prescriptions.
But you're talking about people who have a job.
As long as you have a job. Now, if you're out of work,
or
you're not working or you're self-employed, you're 65, Medicare Part A, then you, first of all, at least 4 to 5 months before you're 65.
See, that's what people need to know.
You call Social Security and you call Medicare. And you tell them, I want Medicare. I turned 65 June 1st. You better call them March.
Yeah.
And I'm going to warn you why. And don't tell me they'll tell you to call in April. You say, because they never get anybody on time. It took 5 months for one of my clients to get on. She called them in. I told her March. She waited till April. Her birthday was in May. She didn't get on until August. And she had an issue because she lost all her health insurance and she had issues. So I'm just warning everybody, 3 months, 4 months before you turn 65, or the other part is if you're on a permanent disability and you're disabled for at least 2 years, then you're eligible for Medicare. It doesn't matter how old you are, as long as you're collecting Social Security disability. Okay? Understand that. 2 years, 24 full months must pass, and then you're eligible for your Medicare. But Part B, because Part A is coming automatically when you turn 65. So please, just be smart. Be ahead of the game. Go down and make the appointment. And trust me, if you make the telephone call, and if your birthday's June, make the phone call 3 to 4 months prior to your birthday. If you plan on retiring June 1st, make the phone call February,
I
March.
had to go a year without the plan. Was it B? I got the plan
Your Part
A.
B.
Yeah.
Yes, you had to wait a year because you're penalized.
Yeah. You know, this is the easiest show I have.
I'm so glad.
Because we're talking about, I mean, you do wealth management, but it's not just about wealth. You don't have to be a millionaire to do business with you.
No, you don't.
As long as you have a job and you want to make sure you're taken care of. And I've got to make sure that next show we do something on long-term care.
Well, we just did that the last show. I did it with Rhonda. We talked about long-term care, so I'm just going to tell everybody long-term care.
People don't think about that.
Oh, my God. I got a text message the other night from a friend of mine who lived in California, and he said that the government doesn't give you, they got a new plan, it's called Plan G. Plan G is that, if they're not going to cover you for a nursing home or assisted living facility for long-term care, but they'll give you a gun so you can shoot or kill somebody, and then
That's
they'll
kind
put
of
you
what
into
Bernie says.
They'll put you into jail.
I mean, you know what? I shouldn't do that to Bernie. Bloomberg says that if you're dying, you probably shouldn't have the surgery. Just take a pill. And
Well,
that's what Obama used to say.
That's a stupid thing.
Yeah.
That's
Anyway, give everybody your phone number and your
All right,
website.
the Simon Group, SimonGroupUSA.com, and you can reach us at area code 954-599-1950. The Simon Group, we've been around for 33 years. We're there to help you build your future and help you sustain your future.
And Phyllis will be back next month, first Monday of the month, with more Ask the Experts, and we'll see you Thursday at 6 p.m. Have a good evening.
Thanks for listening to the Ask the Expert Show, featuring interviews with local experts in the fields of legal, health, financial, and home improvement. Call our office at 888-574-6999 to become one of our experts on the show. And tune in again next week for more Ask the Experts with Steve-O. The